Do you know how AI companies protect your data? Let's dive in and find out together. So let's start off on exactly what are pretty much certain concerns when it comes to data and privacy protection. Now, one of the biggest concerns when it comes to AI and data security is pretty much data breaches. If you think about it, we are really providing a lot of data when it comes to everything that we do or utilize within AI. That can be certain pretty much information about your health or some private information that you really don't want to share. So what would happen exactly if certain hackers would get access to those data? Well, that can pretty much be extremely catastrophic. And why is this? Is because they can utilize this data in a very wrong way. So these hackers can actually utilize your data, potentially using to identity theft, financial fraud, or even exposure of private details. Another thing we should pretty much look at is privacy violations. Now, we know that certain companies sell their data to different companies in order to have access to certain leads or information about certain customers. And do we really want to provide our information to certain companies that they can sell it to different companies that we are not even aware of? Well, this is something that I believe most people wouldn't be comfortable with. So the biggest questions that you should ask yourself is, do I really believe of everything what AI tells me? Well, this is something you should really think of, because there can be certain model manipulation used, and they can stimulate certain information in a way that whatever you read from AI or certain system, it can generally be either targeted for a specific purpose of your knowledge, and that can affect the way you think or the way you believe how the world is. So we're talking about the concerns about data and the privacy. However, maybe let's look at how does these companies protect and what are the strategies implemented within the AI companies to protect our data and privacy. Let's start off with encryption. So what is exactly encryption? Well, companies use certain encrypted codes when it comes to data that is being transmitted. So pretty much that means that if a hacker or unauthorized user will try to get into the data or trying to understand, it is put in such a way that non-authorized users will pretty much read it or understand it. And this is very great when it comes to data transaction. So we know that most of the data that is being transformed between two places, it can actually be protected while it's been sent. Now let's talk about access control. Well, this is more of a physical part, but also very important, because most of companies that stores your data have a very strong access controls implemented within their companies in order to protect your data from unauthorized users. So if you want to go into the server room, then pretty much you wouldn't be able, because only specialized people are able to enter, and those could be specialized personnel that are within the company or certain federal agents. When you are under investigation, then those authorities can come in and track down pretty much on what have you been used and all of your data. So the last thing what actually a lot of different companies are using in order to protect the data is security audits. And what does that mean is pretty much they're testing how powerful is their security by pretty much hacking into their own systems and trying to understand in what ways they are weak. And from that, they can actually patch certain holes within their program. So this is where you can actually be more secured about your data and security. And this is why it is so important, especially to do those kind of boring updates that they're asking you to do in order to help you secure your data. Because within each update, there is better security system that they found out and certain holes that they patched in order to help you protect your data. And this is why I believe you should do those boring tasks of updating constantly certain applications. If you're a Chatgpt user and you feel pretty much a little bit uncomfortable in sharing your data or sharing whatever you insert inside ChatGPT, I can actually have a great tip for you in order to protect your data. So what you can actually do is turn off the data being saved inside OpenAI server. And I will show you how. What you have to do is go to the top right corner, click settings, and based on that you can go to data controls, and where it says improve the model for everyone, you can actually turn it off. From that, whatever you text to ChatGPT, it will be deleted after 30 days from the service. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you learned something. In the next video, we will be talking about more of what exactly are the EU laws that has been put in place for AI systems. So based on that, I will see you next time.